Check. Check. Hello. Hello. Check, check, check. What is wrong with you? All right. Holy smokes, man. All right. This should be better. Maybe this. Is it better now? Is it working? Okay. Spirit, tell me more about the Queen of Wands reversed. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands reversed. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. Tell me more. So we have the Seven of Pentacles that's showing. So there was a lot invested in this Ten of Pentacles reversed with this Queen of Wands. Whatever you were building, it was being targeted to be destroyed. Didn't matter what. Then we have all this other stuff hidden. You got the Knight of Cups, so there was emotionally manipulation. The Eight of Pentacles, because you're good. You have something to offer. You have something to bring to the table. So they tried to manipulate you emotionally. Yeah, Eight of Cups. And somehow they didn't want you to walk away. They wanted to emotionally have you in a way. The Devil in the reverse. So you're having none of that. The Hangman, you stood your ground. You were more observed. You learnt something. The Queen of Swords in reverse. So there's definitely something here about lies. Somebody was nurturing lies. Because you walked away. Because you walked away, collective. And you wanted justice. And that's what you're getting. They put you through hell to get there. We got the Nine of Wands. They put you through hell. But the thing is you're coming back from this battle. Because you wanted justice. And you're moving forward. Five of Cups. But they want you moving forward into sadness. They want you backtracking. Reliving a cycle. It's almost like somebody wants to come in. There's two different timelines to this reading. One is about self and about really having yourself balanced before making any major decisions or commitments. This is how you're going to rise, right? And you very well could be second guessing your intuition, right? But this is something about you moving forward and somebody trying to destroy the ability of doing that. Somebody does not want you to move forward and be independent. They want you dependent on them. Or they just want you dead in a ditch somewhere. But as long as you stay regulated within yourself, despite the non-reciprocity, stay unbothered, and that's what's going to bring you up. Right? Understand where it's coming from. Because you have to remember when you are in this type of energy, and again, I channel for the high vibes, you know, that are dealing with spiritual warfare. I think that's evident at this point. It's kind of par for the course, collective. This is a spiritual war. It's more than bombs and whatever else. Yeah, with the Page of Pentacles, they want you out here begging. They like it when you beg. And I don't know if it's some sort of kink that they have, but they've been trying to manipulate you in a particular way to beg them for forgiveness when they're the ones abusing you. Like, it's really some sadistic shit. You're apparently supposed to apologize to them for abusing you. Make it make sense. What's the overall energy, spirit? What does the animal speak have to say? Yeah, somebody's trying to take your peace. They think that they're clever. They're trying to take your peace when you're totally unbothered by what they're doing. You're literally rendering it insignificant. Yeah, because they're not getting the good news that they wanted. And you're enduring everything that they're throwing at you. Oh, inner strength of the wolf on the bottom of the deck. And we have jaguar and growth on the top. Oh my goodness. Maturity is the ability to embrace change. And change cannot happen without death. This death does not have to necessarily mean physical, but it could be the ending of a relationship, a situation, or simply your decision to not continue with the same old habits. Tell me more. What can it teach you? What boundaries do you need so it doesn't happen again? How can you raise your standards to a higher standard? Somebody does not want you to persevere, but you're persevering anyway. And you have freedom. And it's because you're free within your spirit, within your mind. Maybe as to why they're doing this. They're trying to change your ability to be innocent. They want to try to find some sort of guilt, or they want you in guilt. They want you to feel guilty for not allowing them to abuse you. This is why they don't want you to persevere. Like, this is a fucked up person that needs a straitjacket. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah, you're not gentle at all. Yeah, but there is balance here. You're finding balance within you. You're recognizing what is yours, what is not, and you're only entertaining what is. It's literally the best way to create alchemy in the energetic field around you. Focus on the good and pretty well banish the bad. Yeah. There's miscommunication somewhere along the line. There's definitely miscommunication regarding something. Somebody has a misunderstanding. There's a misunderstanding regarding a particular individual. Could be you. Could be who you're dealing with. Flip it to where it needs to go. Somebody had made their own ulterior judgment of you, which was incorrect. And it's created some sort of rift. Oh, she's very it's very burst, I think. Yeah. Moon Angel, she's doing really well. I'm really proud of her. Yeah, there's clearly some sort of emotions or illusions or something that's wanting to be created. Somebody's casting illusions, trying to get you in your emotion. Yeah, but you're not trapped in your head, collective. Don't worry. You know exactly what they're doing. You can actually identify it now. Because of all these trials and tribulations you've went through, you can identify it. There's no legacy in this individual, whoever you're needing to deal, whoever you're dealing with. Yeah, this could be a karmic Gemini. This is a you decision. You choosing you. I'd much rather you choose you. You are the one that recognizes what you bring to the table, and that's what's going to get you noticed. That's what's going to get you seen. You can't have people coming in and telling you otherwise. Because you know exactly what you're aligned with. You just need to be able to do what you need to do to get there. And there's people out here having opinions about it. And they have no business having opinions about it. There's nothing to do with them. Okay? You know the fact that you have something to offer to the table. So this is what's going to let you rise by bringing that to the table. And somebody doesn't want that to happen, apparently. We have the Nine of Cups. You're focused on your wish fulfillment, and you know you have the strength to get there. But somebody wants you like derailing. Somebody wants you just totally derailing and not even going forward. I find it odd and very disrespectful that not by the train line or anything, but certain train lines had to be fixed due to a derailment. And it's no shade to the companies, but more or less shade to the mischief. What's the next movement? What's the next movements for the collective? got the Fool. Think before you leap. The Ace of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Pentacles. It's almost like there's some sort of breadcrumbing going on. Like, you're taking a loss. Page of Pentacles, somebody could be coming in with some help. Maybe it's not breadcrumbing, but then, like, the reason why I'm saying that is because of the Six of Pentacles. Previous spread. Non-reciprocity. But the Ace of Pentacles, maybe this is the non-reciprocity. And the Page of Pentacles. Maybe it's not breadcrumbing, maybe there's certain people in your experience that want to come in, but they can only give a little. But I'm also picking up that somebody's trying to disempower you. I'm trying to keep it light, I'm trying to keep it positive, but it just keeps going like a freaking nosedive. Somebody's clearly trying to take away your power. Trying to take away your accreditation, trying to take away your reputation for being a spiritual, let's say, guru. I don't know if a spiritual guru would be maybe a shaman, light worker. Somebody's trying to discredit this. And they have no business. They have no business saying a word or doing a thing. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, you're going to still be independent anyway. Two of Wands reversed, and whatever this is, it's going to end. You're still focused on your independence. It's still going to happen. Just now is not the time. Now is not the time. The divine has been orchestrating something. This is something that you cannot overthink, that you shouldn't overthink. You need to be patient. We have the Three of Wands there at the bottom of the deck, at the end of the shuffle. So you need to be consistent. You need to continue moving forward with what you've been investing on. There very well could be some sort of networking coming in, support, new inspiration. There's definitely something coming in for you to be able to find some sort of way to move forward in a more beneficial aspect. And it could very well be some sort of a love experience, because you've got cards coming out here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed, Seven of Pentacles right side up, and Two of Cups. So you took a loss in investing in a relationship. Like, this is a divine relationship. This was something that was supposed to be, this was supposed to last the test of time. This was supposed to be a good connection. This was something that was supposed to be solid to invest into. Right? And this is after a loss. After taking a loss. Like, you, at this point, you felt that you were making the right decision by coming into union with this individual that is now no longer. Okay? All they did is make you bitter. They created a position where they were trying to get everything that was coming in for you as far as brand new ideas, inspiration, new intentions, new directions. They wanted it all to blow up in your face. Okay? And you're very successful. They tried to be very successful at doing that because you were very nurturing. Okay? We got the High Priestess out here in the upright. Okay? And because you were very powerful and nurturing. I do believe that the Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess, this is definitely somebody of magic. This is definitely somebody of high stature, and I feel this is you, collective. Okay? I really do feel this is you, and I don't feel any sign regarding this. Even though it is the Queen of Pentacles, it's in the upright. You're very nurturing, you're very powerful, you're very spiritual, and people are intimidated by your energy to some degree. Okay, you definitely want to be on my good side if you're friends with someone like this, but they're trying to create a situation where shit doesn't happen for you with the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Okay, and it's because of that. It's because of your spirituality. It's because of the fact that you are so nurturing. Okay, Four of Cups. You know you know your worth. You know you deserve better. One more, and Queen of Swords. Yeah, you know you deserve better than the lies and the bullshit. That's the thing. Nobody can steal your ancestral inheritance. It's yours and yours alone. It may have been held off due to growth that needed to be done to be in the right vibration to receive it. But other than that, yeah. So in the essence of them trying to steal it, they could very well dysregulate you. So I'm not devaluing or discrediting what you're saying, but gotta fix it again. Is that better? How's that? Does that work? I hope to hell so. Are we good? Yeah, so collective, you're way better than the lies. You're way, way, way better than the lies. Because it doesn't really matter what people think that they understand. It doesn't change the fact of the truth. People out here misunderstanding you on purpose, thinking that they have the right idea of you. Yeah, they don't have the patience to know you, and they're not in a loyal energy. They're very disloyal. And I think this is what you're walking away from, collective. And you have every right to walk away from that. Just continue being unbothered with this energy. Considering that they're misunderstanding you on purpose, let them. Yeah, it could very well be a little bit damaging to your reputation, but people will see the truth, and it will render them insignificant. They'll absolutely embarrass themselves for even considering to talk down about you. Deadly Ghost is in the house. Welcome in. Is there anything that Spirit wants to say with the black? Okay. Yeah, there's definitely no union here, collective. Definitely no union. This is irreconcilable, whatever they're doing. There's no coming back from this. There's no making it work. There's no second chances. They had many more than second chances. Yeah, illuminate, revealing the truth, confession, shedding light, and running away, emptiness, feeling invisible, cutting off. So they're going to illuminate that you're the one that ran away and didn't want to fix it. Meanwhile, you reached out to them many times. You waited for replies. Nothing. So they're coming in to illuminate, have a confession, shedding light on particular situations, because then at least you'll know. You can rest your mind on it. But they don't want you escaping. They want to add into this, have you lost? Having you feel empty. Cutting you off. Feeling invisible. They don't want you to be able to escape that feeling. And these people are very conditional in the love that they give you. And these are the people you left and walked away from. This could be like what you've been healing from. Somebody wants to come in with some sort of confession. Maybe that they can't escape, or that they don't want you to escape. Yeah, something about the past. They can't escape something from the past. Okay. About some sort of injustice. About keeping you in a roller coaster. That didn't work, it backfired. And it created a position where you're done with this individual. Because of the roller coaster ride and injustice that they did behind closed doors or to you. Either way. Yeah, they don't want to gamble anymore. They want to go on a date, coffee. But I feel that you're going to cut them off very harshly. Or maybe they cut you off very harshly. Making erratic decisions. And now that you've reflected, they feel that there's actually something there with you. They think that you're their other half. Or they have shared feelings, or they're mirroring emotions, or, they're something about twin flame bullshit. I don't like the twin flame bullshit because You know, soulmates is what you want. It's not the twin flame. Twin flames are what help you learn lessons about yourself and about other people. But I think that you recognize that. Somebody wants to go on a coffee date with you, and you're completely done with this individual. Yeah, they know it's forbidden. They know that it's done, and they know that you're spiritually protected. Because I have a feeling that there's been some sort of a divine intervention regarding them trying to stalk you. You're being shielded, and they know that. They've experienced that. They know it's forbidden to come towards you. You're definitely spiritually protected. These cards, when I turned them and I looked, they gave me a very, very ancient, very eerie, very do not fuck with this energy kind of vibe. And this is you, collective. No wonder you had the High Priestess up in the upright with those other cards. The Queen of Pentacles. This is one powerful individual. And you are nurturing your magic. You could be masculine or feminine at this time. But you are through and through an innocent, very, very highly regarded in the spiritual realm. But down here in the physical, it's like people are treating you like shit. And people don't understand who you are. But it's on a need-to-know basis. And it's almost as a test of morality and a test of integrity to how these people treat you. Because the people that treat you with disrespect end up getting some major karma built up. But the ones that bless you and the ones that support you and the ones that help you are the ones that are getting the healing, that are getting the downloads, that are getting the clarity, that are getting the blessings. And I'm talking like money can't buy these blessings. Like miracles are happening in their life because they're under your protection. And this is why they want to be under your protection. Because when they are under your protection, they have blessings. Right? So this is why people come in and play in your face. Because they want to be cloaked by your anointing so that way they're covered. But some of these people like to take advantage of that. And your protection is upgraded now. Because you've been spirit saying that this is completely done. It's being illuminated to you. And whoever is doing all this collusion and trying to bring you out, bring you down, they can't escape it. They've been trying to do spells and whatever else to block you, but they should have been just focusing on their life. Yeah. There was third-party influences because of this. And they wanted to cause conflict, be an element of some sort of surprise. Okay? And it was basically to bring in some sort of love that you'd have butterflies for them, and then this would trigger something, and then just basically cause drama. So they wanted to trauma bond to you. Coming in feeling like, oh, I feel complete with you. I can't stop smiling. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so devoted. Unexpected action, spontaneous, showing up, unexpected change. Yeah, they want to surprise you. Surprise you, maybe love bomb you. But this is basically causing you conflict, inner conflict, and trying to trigger you. That's all. You're totally unbothered. And they're sending third parties in to do this too. Like you don't already know. Like, give it up, karmics. I was talking about this last week in my readings. So, like, just give it up. I'm reading it before it happens. There's quite a few readings. Yeah, there's no deja vu here. No. There's definitely something new happening. This is happening in the future. And no longer repeating patterns. So I do feel that you are rising, and this is causing huge drama because the cycle's over and somebody doesn't want it to be, and you are moving on. You're moving forward. Repeated patterns, there's no more repeated patterns. You've healed these triggers, and somebody's trying to trigger you, and it's not working. You're unbothered. I find it hilarious. Divine love is so much more powerful, I'll tell you. If you know, you know. I think that's the epitome of what asexual is at this point. It feels like it's asexual. It's like you don't need somebody to fulfill any particular thing, or, you know, you feel complete as yourself. You don't feel incomplete. And that's what brings me back to the whole twin flame journey, like you're a half a soul somewhere else. Like, no. Do I believe in soulmates? Yes. Do I believe in twin flames? Yes. I do believe that twin flames are in, whether they're karmic or dharmic, they come in to teach us lessons about morality and respect and integrity and, living and experiencing and being able to experience the feeling of gratitude and love and of service, of having purpose. But it's the way people are taking their emotions and utilizing these tactics and creating mayhem and sabotage in people's lives is a detriment to the respect of the divine. Okay? And the ability to manifest. Because if you're out here trying to manifest somebody's downfall, you're using it wrong. It's not meant for that. It was never meant for that. It was never created for that. The ability to manifest was never to ruin someone else's free will and to have them in destitute and suffer. And the divine is doing a massive smackdown. And this is why you need to be standing in your innocence, your integrity, and your morals and your self-respect. Because as long as you are balanced in those fields, you should smooth through it. It's about authenticity. But if you've done some fuck shit out here behind the scenes, it's balancing itself out. It's not about what kills you. No. Stop saying that, Moon. What doesn't kill you, no. When you have a near-death experience, that'll change your whole mindset. Because yeah, you do very much change after that experience, without a doubt. I've shared my experience on here quite a bit. I don't feel like repeating myself. There's plenty of videos in the past that'll explain it. You're more than welcome to check them out. I've got well over 700 videos on here, lives, that are still relevant. They're timeless. Yeah, we talk a lot about spiritual warfare up in here and how to overcome it and how to keep yourself high vibed, keep yourself protected, to provide yourself with protection in order to get through it. Has a lot to do with confidence and how you build your inner temple. But if you don't know how to build an inner temple, then you're like a sitting duck. I think I'm going to be doing some segments. That's what Spirit's saying. About karmics. I guess I'm going to do a segment on karmics. Karmic soulmates. Drama, triggers, and butterflies are coming out again for the third time. So somebody's trying to trigger you by butterflies and cause drama. Okay? So, yeah, the humiliation backfired. You're not chasing them. You're not preceding them. You're not hunting them down. You're not, yeah. Oh, so they don't want to be humiliated. That's why they're not coming in. Because that they know that all that they're going to do is try and cause drama. That's what, and you would know it already. And this is why they're not pursuing you. Because you're going to literally put them to shame, and they don't want to go. They don't want to be put to shame. That's hilarious. They're a coward collective. You're dealing with a fucking coward that likes to throw rocks and hide their hands. Like an idiot. Like an insignificant piece of shit. You know that? They should be ashamed of themselves. And that's why they're coming in, feeling complete. Can't stop smiling. Happiness, devotion, flashbacks, trauma, bond, inner child wounds, attracting toxic. They keep coming out. Yeah, there's definitely no proposal here. All they want to do is have fun and party. Right? They're not willing to do the shadow work to heal. This is a finality. There's no, you have something coming in, but you need to keep it quiet. There's definitely something here about keep things to yourself. Pretend like you're blind to certain things. There's something dating, so like blind to the fact that somebody's dating, right? And they're not pursuing you, but they're causing drama and they're trying to cause pain for you. They're not trying to pursue you. They're trying to cause you problems. What's this? Yeah. So you're protected. Divine intervention, guardian angels. You're being shielded. There's time is of the essence, so be patient. Now is not the time. Time will bring unexpected changes. There's no roller coaster ride here. You're done with it. This is a forbidden love affair. Tempting, flirting, giving into pleasure. They want you to. This is happening in the future. So somebody's coming in that you don't want no part of. They're gonna come in. They say they want off the roller coaster. They want off the roller coaster. But they know it's forbidden. This is happening in the future. There's no history here. New possibilities. But somebody's coming in to flirt and tempt you. But you're spiritually protected. So I don't see that really working out very well for them. Yeah, something's going to be illuminated, apparently. Revealing the truth, confession, shedding light. Okay. Oh, they're wearing a mask, pretending, putting up a front, two-faced, not genuine. Well, come on now. It's not like we don't know this, right, collective? Come on now. Yeah, they're trying to cause you some sort of injustice. They want to open up this old fucking wound again. Come in and say that they're twin flames with you. They don't want something coming out. They're trying to tether to you. That they don't want it to come out that they're tethered to you. They're trying to send you telepathic bullshit, but the revenge that they've got going on is backfiring hardcore. It's not working out in their favor. Because they're not ascending, or they don't want you ascending. And they don't want to be humiliated by you. So, because if they up in here trying to do some stupid shit, then, yeah, they're in their ego. Totally in their ego. Total arrogance. Having too much pride, being stubborn, holding back. This is why you haven't seen them. This is why you haven't heard from them. This is why it's all happening the way it's happening. Because they're cowards. Yeah. Time is of the essence. You are protected. The revenge is going to backfire. You're telepathically connected and in tune. You're tapped the fuck in. And people are gossiping about the past, about you moving on. And the fact that you got yourself out of a particular situation. Spirit protected you from their revenge. Like, you didn't take the bait. And you released yourself. And Spirit protected you. And allowed you to helped you to move forward. Which is a beautiful thing. Yeah, they don't want this out. Your family doesn't want this out, that you were spiritually protected. They want people knowing your spiritual gifts. Because if people see you as a credible individual, then they're going to see that you were telling the truth the whole time. So they're out here trying to make you look crazy, all because of what you're speaking on. You might be speaking on some sort of abuse or some sort of issues that you've had. And because of this, they're trying to discredit you so that way people don't take you seriously. But you have no reason to tell the lie. That's the whole thing. Why would you, just like I said, why would I come on to YouTube to speak on shit that was bullshit? I'm not like everybody else's YouTube. And I don't know about you, but as far as I'm concerned, when I come onto a channel that makes my IQ drop, I tend to scroll on. I don't give it very much validity in my life. Right? Probably make sense, right? because you're what you hang with. So, anyhow, let's see. A little bit of sip of coffee. So, it's almost like you've been rocketed forward in the last year or so from being kind of stagnant. It's brought you into a new environment. And this new environment was definitely quite possibly a wake-up call. It wasn't necessarily a wake-up call in a bad way to you, but it was definitely an awareness of how people can be and how certain people show up. Like, if you're out here with good intention, if you're out here with wisdom, and you're trying to share that wisdom, and you're trying to bring clarity and strength and courage and confidence to the mix, and you're trying to encourage people to live their best life, and somebody's got a problem with that, it usually bestows and displays a very psychotic way of wanting to end someone's enjoyment or someone's purpose. That's psychopathy. That's manipulation. Like, some of these people, they need a straitjacket, not a CEO title. They should have no job in government or any type of services that the world provides. I mean, just come out and say it. You might want to rewind this live and start it over, Kylie. At least 15 minutes back. Because I think I already answered your question. You're sitting there questioning as whether or not this reading is for you. You're brought here for a particular time and space. So the people that need this message usually find it. Isn't that the way it is, crew? My OGs, they can tell you. I blew some people's minds last week. It happens on the regular. And I'm not all sophisticated about it. More like I just acknowledge it because it happens a lot. I tend to help people find their courage. And I like calling out the karmics. Because they should all be ashamed of themselves. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a major energy shift in the next couple days, collective. For the ones that have been doing the work, and granted, you've been watching me for a while, you know there's been a repetitious energy. It's kind of relentless and stupid, but it's like grilling it into our heads. But anyway, um, the energy is definitely shifting. But somebody's trying to, at tooth and nail, trying to stop that. And they cannot stop what the planets have in store. Here you are going with the flow collective, and somebody's going against the current, and they're burning themselves out. There are certain people right now in the collective. The reason why you are a freight train, because you are energetically aligned to blessings, to abundance. This isn't for everybody. So don't just automatically claim that reading. And 9 times out of 10, the people that this is for, tonight's reading is for people with a near-death experience, where you've had a moment with the divine. You've experienced the divine work in your life. And I'm not talking God, and I'm not talking Jesus, and I'm not talking anything else regarding the mainstream matrix. I'm talking the actual divine miracle. If you do not recognize that divine miracle, if you have to ask me what that is, you haven't even came close. The divine miracle is the reason why you trust. Because you witnessed it for yourself. If people actually recognized the divine in their life and realized how sacred your experience can actually be, as long as you would show reverence to that. It's not about having an ego. It's not about having, my shit don't stink kind of attitude. It's not about being better than anyone else. It's about being in alignment with your authenticity and your purpose. But in order to find that out, you need to go within yourself. And some people can't wrap their head around that because they're so distracted by everything outside of them. And they haven't a clue where to start because they've never recognized themselves. They've always tried to recognize everything else. And this is why they feel empty. It's why they feel drained. It's why people feel like something's missing. Because something is. But they fail to have the courage to look at it, recognize it, and heal it. And that's what's wrong with 98% of the world. Because we have all this hereditary trauma from the past, from the wars, from the depressions, from the discord across the planet because we can't get our fucking shit together. After all this time, we're like 2026 now. This is bullshit. Absolute utter fucking bullshit. I don't have enough time to think about even talking about the bullshit. That's why I have my channel the way I do. That's why you haven't heard a Vortex episode for quite some time. Because I don't want to talk about it. Because I'd be snapping the fuck out right now. With how disgusted I am with the world. Absolutely disgusted. Almost mortified with what it's gotten to. Like a lot of places across the planet should be ashamed of themselves. These groups, these whatever the fuck they're called. They should be ashamed of themselves with what they've been involved in. This experience could have been so much better if we didn't have a bunch of psychopaths at the helm. I think this is why I was picking up on Humpty Dumpty earlier in the week. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. Something extremely important to history is about to fall. Somebody's about to be recognized for the crimes against humanity in a way that has never been done before. There's some information within the next 6 months going to come out. And yes, this is a prediction. There's going to be some information come out. It's going to be extremely devastating for the world. And it's meant to put us in a particular feeling in a certain way. I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm trying to connect to it. I know it's got a vibration of deception and lies. It's very deceitful. This information and communication, it has purpose. It has intention. And it is a form of manipulation, collective. It's already happened to us many times before throughout history. If you look at all the different wars, and if you look into the deeper meaning of these wars, even what's going on now, but it's one thing to look at each individual situation, but it's another thing to like zoom out and see it for the bigger picture. Not a lot of people can grasp it. They have a hard enough time sorting out their own life, let alone the world. And I'm not throwing shade towards those people. Some people just don't have the capacity, and that's okay. But to be in a world of uncertainty and to be a light rather than darkness, which one would you choose? Which one do you think is more important? And which one do you feed? You try to be in the light and you get bombarded because you're too bright. So people try to dim you, bring you back over to the dark side. To be of the light is to be of the targeted. Because to be in the light, you're being looked at. You're being noticed. You're being recognized. And it's the same for darkness. Pun intended, but it's on a whole other level. Tonight is definitely a channeled message night with a little bit of tarot and oracle in between. There, what I've been talking about in the previous message there, it's definitely a psyops. It's definitely a trigger. It's definitely to get you into your emotions. This could be on a personal level in a relationship. This could be on a general collective scale. But either way, somebody's coming in to play with your emotions and cause drama and conflict. Being evidently clear. It's very strong in the energy. They think that they're going to come in and play in your face. And they feel that by using compassion, they feel by using some sort of understanding that they're going to get their way in. But there's a feeling like you're not buying it. There's a feeling like this mask that they're wearing regarding this, you're seeing right through it. And yet they haven't even had the time to take action in that endeavor, and you're already seeing it. So there's an energy here where they don't want to come forward because you're already calling them out on it before they even decide to come forward. And this is why they're so scared, because you're calling them out on it before they even take action. Collective, some of you are got some people creep right the fuck out. You're catching people in the act. And for some, it's so obvious, it's before the act is even happening. And they're thinking that they're pulling the wool over your eyes. Mm-hmm. People be thinking that I'm talking about a lot of woohoo shit. But I tell you, it's not woohoo. I thought about creating a YouTube segment about going in and checking out different businesses and doing like a behind the scenes kind of situation where you show them different processes, and like, just as an example, right? This isn't necessarily one of my ideas, but I'm just giving an off the wall kind of example because I've got my own ideas that I'm keeping to myself. But let's say you have somebody that makes a really good pizza and they've got a little pizza shop, and you want to go in and watch them make a pizza and show the process of making the dough, rolling out the dough, placing the sauce, and whatever else, situating it to, what a finished product looks like. But even to some degree, endorsing certain companies and certain processes of living up to certain certain integrity and common goals for humanity, like a trusted company to support and to invest into. That's not it's not only a benefit to the world and humanity, but focusing on not being a hindrance. And this isn't about even just pollution blueprint. This is something regarding integrity. This is something regarding morals and respect, not only for yourself, but your employees, as well as your business. And I don't want to talk about it, but there's way too many companies that are out here doing stupid shit. I really get a feeling that the employment market is going to win some majorly stupid prizes very soon because of what they've done to try to gain control over the economy and create a scarceness to create the illusion that there's an issue. But the fact that there's a lot of different training, a lot of different programs that would bring a lot of understanding, they're being shut down. And I don't agree with it. I do believe that as a humanity, we need more support. We need more programs. But programs that are going to be in alignment with humanity and with the betterment of life rather than the hindrance. Like, this is 2026 collective. How can we even sit there and be happy with the margarita and, yet see people suffering down the street? How is it that people can be absolutely happy go lucky at one address, and another address they're absolutely devastated and barely scraping by? Has a lot to do with intention, has a lot to do with integrity, commitment to self, and the commitment to those around you and your community. And if we had a whole hell of a lot more people go into the light than there is right now, there'd be too much light for the darkness to try to overcome. And the darkness would be eradicated. It would dissipate. And this is why the light always wins. Now I'm working on it, boss. And if I had the money that I would have had with my inheritance, I would have been okay. I would have been able to build my industry. And I would have been out here helping heal the overall housing problems. I would have invested in teaching the next generation, creating jobs, creating lessons and learning capabilities and possibilities, and having it all integrated where it pretty well pays for itself. But it all depends on what you invest into it. I think your income should be based on your wisdom that you hold. If you're stupid and you literally have the brain of a peanut, you shouldn't be able to handle a lot of money. But we got people out here fostering that they're part of the light, and they're really not. They have a very lightened exterior, but their interior is dark as fuck. It's even darker than Toby's ass down the street. Spirit, what's coming in that we have to look forward to? Oh, the strength card in reverse. So somebody's trying to disempower you, take your confidence away. Oh, you have too much confidence. They think it's like an ego thing. They're observing you. Being watched, social media, stalking, keeping an eye on you. Obsessed with you. Yeah, I bet they are. Yeah, whatever they're doing witchcraft-wise, it's not working. They're an absolute asshat, and it's all backfiring. Okay? Your spirit team is not one to fucking play with. I'm gonna say that right now. Okay? And they thinking you out here being a witch, which is priceless. And it's your spirit team that they shouldn't be playing with. Because it's not, they're not battling you, they're battling them. You're out here a fucking spiritual warrior, an absolute shaman boss, and they're out here thinking that they can come in and just, like a little fucking teenager, and think that they can call the shots. Meanwhile, they're not even out of diapers yet. Yeah. Yeah. They're no longer in denial about the past. And they know that they can't come in and play your heartstrings. Yeah. They didn't expect you to cut them off this bad. They thought that they were going to be able to come back in. Some of these people are actually petrified of you. Because they know that you would snap them right the fuck in half. If they come in a certain way. Yeah. They've been contemplating that they want to take a risk. But they don't want to show proof of that. They don't want to validate that. They don't want you finding the truth that they've been, they had unprotected sex and they got a sexual disease. They made a very unsafe decision and they don't want to reveal that. But you're out here clear as a bell. You're healthy as a horse, so to speak. Yeah. Yeah, just as much as they wanted to dismiss you, they know they can't. Because that's who they think about. It's only you. You're literally haunting them, collective. And it's mainly because the witchcraft that they threw at you backfired. Because they ultimately wanted you obsessed with them. And now they're being haunted by you. The divine don't play. Okay? And when you're out here being malicious, that just goes to show what type of fucking shit you end up bringing back to yourself. Because they were going to come in with some sort of a commitment and an offer. They want to take you to the next level and they want to speak up. They want to talk about some shit. But they're not speaking because you're stonewalling them and, you're not taking action to want to be around them or even consider them. So that's why they don't want to come in. So they're feeling the moment, becoming aware today in the now. So they're becoming aware that you want nothing to do with them. That even if they came in with a proposal, you wouldn't want anything to do with it. Because they're a dirty fucking hoe. That's why. Yep, and they don't want to prove that. They don't want to validate that. Yep, but they can't escape it. And they don't want to illuminate it. They're literally being haunted and they're facing major conflict. And total ego death. For not making a decision. That's priceless. Yeah. You're leaving them behind. No contact, gone cold, disappearing. And because of that, they're all on a roller coaster ride up and down. Good and bad rush of feelings. You rendered them insignificant. And now they're facing conflict. It's irreconcilable, like what they've done. No, and because you've done that, they want retaliation, plotting payback, punishing, getting even. They want revenge because you know what their fucking game is, and you're not allowing them to manipulate you. Yeah, so you might be hearing from them, or there could be some sort of a conversation, talking or something. They might want to call you. They might want to talk to you. There could be some sort of an interaction regarding a phone call. Absolute moron. That's all I gotta say. Literally an absolute moron. They deserve so much better. Like, you deserve so much better is what I'm saying. I was kind of speaking with spirit at that point. Speaking about the collective. But either way, collective, preferably the next 4 or 5 days, the next week or so, up until like the middle to the end of April is going to be significant. And then the Pleiadian showers is coming in around the 21st, 22nd, and they're going to be coming in pretty hot and heavy. It might be something to look at and watch. If you have clear skies, who knows what's going to happen by then. But I do feel that there's been a lot of deception in the collective, and it's being brought to the light, whether we like it or not. It's meant to be a distraction. It is. I'm not going to say that it is fake news. It's definitely some sort of truth and clarity coming out about fake news and what I'm picking up on. This is regarding the world and humanity. There's been a lot of deception, and there's definitely some things coming to light regarding that deception. And something has something to do with the last 5 to 6 years as well. It is definitely tied. It is definitely related. As well as a deeper situation regarding history. For some of this information, it has been available, but people just fail to look it up and see. And I do feel that there has been some people trying to remove it from the internet, let's say, so people have a harder time to look it up. And I do feel that this is why a lot of people are targeted, because people don't want people to be able to be broken out of the matrix and to be able to see things for the truth. They like people being stuck in the matrix and not being able to get out. They're easier to be controlled that way. So neither here nor there. If you're here for the message, you're here for the message. If you're not, that's okay too. Use your discernment. And again, not every message is for you. Specifically on the collective channeled messages. There's definitely going to be some weather coming through as well. Okay. I'm being shown between the 26th and 28th of July. July. Okay. I got a confirmation that it was July and not June. There's going to be a massive earthquake between the 26th and 28th of July. I don't know how many days that month has, but trying to specify as to where, but it's not really telling me much. All I know is that humanity is going to be affected by it. That is what I do know. This summer, shit's about to pop off. Shit's about to change. The people that are all about the Joneses and the white picket fences and the days out at the cottage and, like going out and getting a tan and, like, I'm talking tanning beds specifically. Not necessarily specifically hating on tanning beds, but there's like a superficiality to it. Like, I feel with the demographics and certain cliques. But I'm not hating on it. I would sooner go out and lay out in the sun, to be honest, than go stand in a light machine. I feel that it's safer that way. Like, if you were stuck underground for 30 years, tanning beds might actually work out really well. They could bring light therapy where you might not have it, right? So they would have purpose. But the fact that we actually have a sun and the fact that we have it blaring in the sky, mind you, there's a whole bunch of fucking FEMA clouds up in the sky. So, yeah, anyway, that are blocking it. So, there's that. And I don't know why I was even compelled to say that, but whatever. Apparently, this earthquake is going to change the way the Earth looks. I'm picking up that there's certain lands that are never going to look the same. And that's coming through. Very heavy. Earthquakes, volcano eruption. Definitely, I am seeing very vividly certain places literally sinking into the sea. And then I also see in different places where it's literally raising out of the sea. So it's like Mother Nature's robbing Peter to pay Paul, kind of, so to speak. Not that Peter or Paul have anything to do with it. Now, this could be July of this year, or this could be July of next year, or in years to come. But I'm really picking up this year. It is very significant. Something is going to happen somewhere. This could be in the future. So between 26th and 28th. So this could very well be within the year 2026 to 2028. So before 2030. There very well could be multiple different sessions of earthquakes that is going to change within the 2026 to 2028. So a 26, 27, 28, a 3-year difference. So this could be happening over the next 3 years, 3 months, which is interesting. May, June, July, which is the 3. So it very well could be happening in 3 months, and it could be multiple different positions of this happening within the next 3 years. 3 is definitely considered significant, considering it's July 26 to 28. Now, this could go into August as well, with the 8. And February, March, April, May, June, July, August, yeah. I think by August, with these situations, there's definitely going to be something coming full circle by August. There's definitely cycles being closed out. There's definitely something here about the split happening. It's in the process of right now. This is in the Great Divide. And I do feel that there's going to be a major split and a completion of that split by August. And these earthquakes are put on because of the awakening. I do sense that there's going to be some sort of a 3 days of darkness, but it will be had by a flash of light. So there's something to dealings with the flash of light. And I'm also picking up Switzerland. I'm picking up the Collider. I'm picking up Harp. So I don't know what's going on between now and August, but not a clue. Maybe look into that. Something to do with July, August. Very well could be significant. I do sense that this, we'll call it a cataclysm. It is to shake the fleas. These people that supposedly have power are being brought to their knees. These imbeciles, these insignificant cowards are being brought to their knees because they were not allocated what they were trying to take control of or helm of. They're being eradicated of their power through this awakening. And through this revelation, as well as revolution, and this is also part of the Great Divide and part of the Great Separation. Like, there's people out here wanting to set it all on fire. And in one thing, that's fine, but they're wanting to use gasoline and kerosene, and they want to, like, contaminate it. Like, I'm getting a lot of nuclear testing and stuff like that, too. And I figured by 2026, we would be going beyond nuclear. Like, we wouldn't be even considering nuclear at this point due to the devastation of humanity regarding it. And the fact that we're in 2026 and still talking about war and still into that and not healing is kind of embarrassing. And quite frankly, it is extremely embarrassing. Because I know in my healing in the last 5 years, it's been worth it. Hasn't been in vain. But I got these imbecile, fucking, insignificant karmic motherfuckers out here trying to make that healing insignificant. So, that might resonate too. Which, collective, we are standing on business. They can think of multiple different ways of trying to discredit our healing and discredit what we have been doing to better ourselves. And they can discredit all they want. They don't live your life. And that's one thing. That's the one rude awakening. As they're about to realize they don't live your life. They're not the puppeteer. They don't have access to you anymore. You are allowed to be out here enlightening the masses and to inspire them to rise above the bullshit. Like, there's certain people that think that they were in power all this time. They weren't. They were being tested. They were being fed an illusion as if they did have power to see how far they would take it. And they all failed. They all failed epically, collective. They're an embarrassment to humanity. And it's just our recollection and our realization of that. They are a literal embarrassment to humanity, and they should be ashamed of themselves. Absolutely ashamed. Anybody out here colluding, creating deception and corruption. Specifically the ones calling us all useless eaters, when we actually have something to bring to the table and we actually have something that's of value. And they're trying to get rid of us. And they parade around like they're of the light, and they're really not. Because these people would sooner dance in the dark. And yeah, you must know darkness in order to know light, but it doesn't mean you dance in the dark. Because when you officially cross over with the light and to the light, it's not something that you can go back to. It's devotion to that light. And it's the divine light, not the false light. And you have to be truthfully within your authentic frequency in order for the true light, the true divinity, to be a part of you. And it's the darkness's challenge to bring you out of that divine authenticity. Like I've been dropping gems all night, and I've only got 10 people in the chat. This message is not for everyone, but it's going to confirm for quite a few of you that are coming here and watching and listening. This frequency change is your own personal understanding. It's where you sit in the frequency of your authenticity and your genuinity and your integrity and your standards and your self-love and the way that you show compassion to others and the people around you, the way you hold your community within your heart, within your soul. If you're sitting here with hate in your heart, you're doing it wrong. If you're sitting out here trying to bring chaos to other people, you're doing it wrong. If you got $1 billion fucking in the bank and you know there's people out here hungry and needing support and you're just sitting there on the billions, you're doing it wrong. You're out here supposed to make a name for yourself and you're hoarding the money. When you're sitting there with billions of fucking dollars and you take joy out of people being in a struggle, you're doing it wrong. You're disgusting. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. Thing is, collective, that's what they want for you. And that's what they're looking at for their karma. You out here wishing people to get what they deserve, to bring them into alignment to their purpose. Because we both know that if we all came into alignment, we all became aware of the ability to heal and to alchemize and to rise above the trials and tribulations of our own experience, we could very well help other people and totally eradicate this hereditary curse that's been put on all of our bloodlines from the wars and the suffering and the decrepit fucking sadistic bullshit that we've been dealing with for decades. But that takes every single one of us taking responsibility for our own experience. what a beautiful world it would be if we were all out here showing compassion to the world. By helping yourself heal and empower yourself to heal, you're empowering others because you're showing them by sharing your light. That's why the light workers are so important. Because light workers are one of the first initiated into their self-healing and into their empowerment. Because they are here to show that it can happen. And to share the possibility with earth angels. It helps to open up and wake up the earth angels and the shamans and the healers. That's why the star seeds are here. Because they share illumination of our true nature. And this is a soul level. See, the divine knew this was going to be a spiritual war. Because we've already moved through the other 4 elements of creation. Earth, air, fire, and water. And now we are moving through the spirit element, the Akashic. The Ashe. And this is why I feel that it's a spiritual war. Because it's a recognition of our ascension. It's a recognition of the next evolution. And it's also the recognition that we are more than what we've been led on to believe. There's so much more to each and absolutely every single one of us. And we've been too distracted to see it. And this is the Great Awakening after all, collective. And they've been spending decades trying to deceive us and trying to find ways of gaining control of it. When this is our destiny, this is our purpose. To finally come into the awakening of who we are. This is why, and this is ultimately the essence of the split. But anyway, that's the end of the evening. If this has opened your mind, if this has brought clarity to you, and you'd like to help out the channel, it would be greatly appreciated. You can donate through the Hipsy link. You can get your own personal reading. You can become a member here on YouTube. You can throw a super chat, super sticker. It's all greatly appreciated. They want me out here literally losing everything, collective, and I need your help. They're literally at all costs trying to ruin everything to where I lose absolutely everything. To the ones that have been supportive and supporting and a member and reaching out, thank you for being my checkmate. Thank you for helping me through this. May you be guided, guarded, and protected on your journeys. May you be blessed beyond measure and understanding. May you be protected and blessed, guided, guarded, and protected. I blanket my tribe in divine light. The ones that are loyal and honest, of good integrity and moral. And I eradicate and I rebuke and I banish any energies of disloyalty, sabotage, evil eye, black magic, witchcraft. May any ill intention, ill wishing of any of that sort be automatically transmuted to prosperity, blessings, protection, and abundance. Tremendous abundance of that. Every ill will spoken over my name, may that be included. Whether it be about myself or my tribe, may you be protected. And all disloyalties be eradicated and banished indefinitely. And let them be haunted by their disloyalty until their awakening. Michael, if something was sedimental, but it was infested with roaches, how would you deal with that? Hey, Brandy. And replace the possibilities of roaches with bad memories. Like, I'm going through the exact same thing right now with you. As you, we're kind of mirroring each other. Where I'm questioning about getting rid of some items that I've been hanging on to. Although there's good memories attached, there's also bad memories. Because it's of a different time. Right? And within this different time, there's a different understanding. And by holding on to things of this different time and different understanding, it's not allowing you to rise beyond. And I kind of feel like I'm talking to both of us. Sometimes we need to let go of what's holding us back in order to finally start to move forward. So, I'm not necessarily saying let everything go, but really be discerning as to what you're holding on to. It's totally 100% your choice of what you hold on to and what you let go of. At least allow it to have sentimental and good intention. And let all the negativity and, unless it has some sort of growth and lesson to it, as a reminder of your empowerment. Yeah. But anyway, collective, you have a good evening. It is pretty late, so I'll talk to you later, okay? I was trying to get on here earlier, but there's definitely something chaotic being sent my way. So it wasn't particularly feasible at that time. But Monday will be a whole brand new week of new messages, so the weekend may be a little bit interesting. But tomorrow there should be possibilities. We will see. Until then, if you can't be good at it, please be good to yourself. So that way we can be good to others. And I'll catch you in the next video.